All right, good afternoon. Recon here with Techout. I'm not going to keep the intro up there going for too long. Going to get right into this. So I was looking at Best Buy, probably the past week or so. I noticed that right before Memorial Day, they had the M4 MacBook Air on sale for $100 off. And I was going to jump on it. I was kind of back and forth. And I really don't need one. But the reason I wanted to get one is because of WWDC and all the betas coming up. And if I install the beta on one of my machines, I do need another Mac if I do need to reset it or do a software repair or anything like that. You have to do that from another Mac to recover it. So I figured maybe I should have one if I'm going to be doing the beta and stuff like that. Plus, it'll just be a little bit easier to do some streaming and stuff like that, covering content for you guys, as well as I'll have it as a portable machine because I only have my iPad right now. I sold my MacBook Pro back, I think it was January or February. I ended up selling that because I wasn't really using it too much. Now I am back having a use for, something like that again. I have the M4 Mac Mini, basically the same specs as the M4 MacBook Air. And I'm very happy with how it performs and what it's able to do. So I didn't need to spend, $1,500, $1,600, $2,000 on another MacBook Pro. So I figured let me jump back on the MacBook Air. I went back to the Best Buy website and it wasn't on sale anymore. It was back up to $9.99. And I was like, well, dang. I was like, but it's my fault I waited. I still want to get one. We've got WWDC coming up. So let me go ahead and I'm just going to do it anyway. Well, I did. And I went to Amazon. Oh, I actually checked Amazon before I ordered it at Best Buy. But Amazon has them right now for $864. Now, keep in mind, you can buy it from Amazon. The link is in the description. If you use that link, it does help me. It does support the channel. So that's greatly appreciated. But if you have a Best Buy near you, Best Buy will also price match Amazon, which is exactly what I did. I ordered this online, paid the $9.99, picked it up, went back to the Best Buy chat on their app, and in 5 minutes, I had $146 back from taxes and the price match. So I got it for the Amazon price from Best Buy. I was able to pick it up today. Didn't have to wait on Amazon shipping or anything like that. That being said, I was going to get the 15-inch. Amazon has the 15-inch model for, I think, $1,099. It's like $100 more than the regular price of the 13-inch. And I was going back and forth between it. And I was going to get the 15-inch and price match that from Amazon and just do that. And then I was like, well, let me see what Amazon has the 13-inch for. And they had it for $864, and I just felt that $864 was such a good deal that I was saving a pretty good chunk of change and getting this for, for a Mac pretty well below the actual retail price. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get the 13-inch and just go with that. I don't need the 15-inch. The 13-inch will fit better in my bag. It'll be a little bit more portable, and so that's what I did. I don't think I've ever had a MacBook Air before. My sister's had a couple of them. I believe she has like an M1 or M2 MacBook Air. But here we go. It's the base model, M4, 16 gigs of memory, and 256 gigs of storage. I think the base model is really overlooked now. I mean, the storage is kind of low, but with the 16 gigs of memory on the M4, you can do a lot of stuff. Like I said, I have the same configuration on my Mac Mini. I use external drives, so I'd rather use external drives that I can swap in and out and keep my videos on one drive and, video files on another drive and stuff like that, rather than just have them all in a large drive on the computer. I just prefer doing that because I can move it machine to machine. If I want to use it on my MacBook Pro or my MacBook Air, I can do that. If I want to use it on my Mac Mini, I can do that. And so on and so forth. So that's what I'm doing. And like I said, this is more so for having to do with betas and stuff like that. I'm either going to run the beta on my Mac Mini, on this, or on both. I don't know yet. I'll probably install it on the laptop because I'm going to be live streaming from WWDC, or during WWDC, not from it. I won't be there. But during WWDC, I'll be streaming from my Mac Mini, doing all the betas and stuff like that on my phone and my iPad. So I'll probably use this to do the beta for you guys. because I will be able to plug it in to my capture card and do it that way so you guys can see the full beta installation process. Of course, we have nothing in the top here. These are so thin. I don't know if this has HDMI. I really didn't look. I don't think it, no, it doesn't. But I have adapters, so that's not a big deal. I really like how thin this is. We'll get to that in a second. We've got your, this is the gray one. It's not space gray, it's called Midnight. So the cable's not black like it is with the MacBook Pro where you have the, the black MacBook Pro. This is like a charcoal gray color matched cable, which is nice. I believe I have another cable somewhere too. Even the end is white to match the brick, which is nice. Like I said, I think I have a MagSafe cable open somewhere. And then we just have the little small charging brick here. I don't remember what wattage this is. 30, I think. I believe that says 30. Can't see it through the paper. I'm not going to open that right this second. Of course, we don't get stickers or anything anymore, so I really wish they just stop including these. I don't open those ever. And there's no stickers in there, so rip stickers. But now let's get to what everybody came to see, the actual MacBook Air itself. Like I said, my first time with a MacBook Air. Take this off. This is going to be really nice because it's really nice and portable. But yeah, we don't have, we have two USB-C. I don't know if they're Thunderbolt or not. I don't remember. Right there, the MagSafe. And then we do have a headphone jack on the other side. Everybody knows what a headphone jack looks like, so I don't really need to turn it over there. But no HDMI and no SD card slot. And some people might say, well, you do a lot of videos. Why would you not go with the Pro with the SD card slot? Well, my camera actually uses micro SD, the Osmo Pocket 3 that I'm using right now. So I really don't need an SD card slot because I still have to use an adapter anyway. And I'm not going to be using the SD, I'm not going to be using this with my camera a whole bunch to justify getting a Pro. I really wanted the thinness of this over anything else. I'm just looking up the specs right now to see. So this is the Midnight color, and then the Pro, the MacBook Pro has a, what's the color on that one? Space black. So Midnight, space black. Midnight is kind of like the old space gray. They just keep changing the names. But let's see. Trying to find the tech specs here. Let's see. This should be good enough. So yeah, this is the 10-core GPU, 8-core, 10-core CPU, 8-core GPU. They do have a 10-core CPU, 10-core GPU. Which one? I don't know what my Mac Mini is. Let's see. I'm just kind of looking at this stuff while I... Okay, so the base Mac Mini is 10-core GPU, 10-core CPU. So I do lose 2 GPU cores on the MacBook Air. So it's not a complete apples to apples comparison, but I'm also driving 3 monitors with my Mac Mini. Excuse me, with my Mac Mini. So probably not going to notice any performance differences. Let's see, where can I get to the... I want the tech specs to see what the port is. It's Thunderbolt 4, yeah, 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, okay. Hey Preston, how's it going? Me and Preston over here upgrading our tech lately. He got a new Echo the other day. All right, let's pop this puppy open here. Again, I've never had a MacBook Air before, so very nice to see. Do we have the backlit keyboard on this? I don't remember because I don't put the keys on here anymore. All right, so we got the nice large trackpad, all that kind of regular MacBook jazz here. I know you guys can't see it too good, but I'm just gonna run through the this setup real quick. I'm just gonna connect it to the Wi-Fi. Oops, I messed that up. Hold on. Before you tell me you can't connect, let me fix it. Ooh, okay. They didn't come with a charged battery, or a very charged battery. All right. We're not going to transfer anything. Let me switch that so you guys can't see me type my Apple ID and password. Might not matter because I can't seem to enter the correct password anyway. All right, there we go. Just uploaded a video on One UI 8 if anybody's curious on that. I don't know why it takes so long to create an account on the computer these days. Like, it just thinks and thinks and thinks and thinks. Like, you think that'd be faster. So if anybody's in the market for a M4 MacBook Air, check the link down below. I think that's a pretty good steal of a deal there. Alright, we're just going to leave all that the same. Continue. Sure. Don't want disk encryption. Touch ID, we'll do that now. We're going to do Apple cards later. I don't really use those on the Mac anyway. Alright, there we go. Ready for Apple Intelligence. More like Apple Unintelligence. Now I just got to fix my bar down there. I don't need pages. stay. This can stay. Could fix that later. 21% battery. There's 6 days left to add Apple Care. Geez, I thought you got like 2 months to do that. You can buy it monthly now? Sweet. $6.99 a month or $69.99 a year. Let's see if my Safari stuff's gonna. Yeah, okay, it did. View tab bar and view favorites bar. Sweet. Nothing fancy on the display or anything like that. No, what am I looking for? No ProMotion, nothing like that. No Pro Display XDR or anything. It's just color LCD, which, I mean, it looks fine. I don't really notice anything like that. I'm going to change the wallpaper here. My Macintosh wallpaper that I always use. There we go. Just want to use on my regular Mac as well. Did you use your Apple Card to buy the Echo? I do. Sometimes I'll just use my Apple Card. Like, I don't really use it that much, but if I'm getting like if there's like something I have to pay, I'll just pay the Apple Card, and then I'll just use the Apple Card. That way I get the cash back, because I have it set up so my Apple Cash just goes straight into the Apple savings account, which used to be really nice because it used to be a pretty high APR percentage for the savings account, but I think it just dropped again yesterday to like 3.65, I think it is. But I mean, it's still something. So, and the card's really easy to use. So there's that. But yeah, I mean, it was a great deal on the MacBook Air. I mean, you know, I didn't need a computer I didn't need like some workhorse computer. Like I said, I've been using the Mac Mini. I mean, even before this, I was using the M2 Mac Mini. The M4 Mac Mini is even more powerful. It does everything I want. So I'm like, man, this thin little thing right here is really nice and portable. Kind of complements my iPad. So that'll be nice to have in addition to that, for something where I kind of want a, keyboard, mouse, more desktop OS experience rather than using the iPad. So yeah, I mean, I have my PC, my gaming PC. I have it hooked up to this monitor over here, but I don't do anything on it other than play games. It's basically a glorified Xbox now. I mean, I could probably, other than like some desktop games that I still play, I could probably put an Xbox over here and replace it. I thought about getting another Xbox, but I have most of the things that I play on Xbox on PC already. So there's really no point in doubling up. So I kind of just didn't do it. Maybe when, well, no, when Grand Theft Auto comes out, I'm probably going to play it on PC. We'll see what kind of mods they have and stuff like that. But I've got that. I've been doing the beta on my S25 Ultra. I've got the Android 16 beta on my Pixel, which I think I'm actually kind of really enjoying Android 16 on the Pixel. I'll have to do another video on that. I've got my iPhone right here, my Razer in the other room. My Clicks keyboard for Razer is supposed to be here tomorrow, so I'm very excited about that. I can't wait to try that phone with the actual physical keyboard. Let me check the tracking right now. It left California like yesterday. So I don't know if it's going to get delayed or not, but hopefully UPS pulls through. They usually do. But I don't know. It looks like it was kind of late leaving, maybe because of the holiday or something. But I'm really excited for the Clicks keyboard on my Razer. I've used the Clicks keyboard obviously on my iPhone 16 Pro Max, and it makes the phone super long. So I'm really excited to try it on a foldable, and not just for the size, but for the fact that I can use it on the exterior screen and to really take full advantage of that screen without the keyboard taking up any space. So there's that. But yep, just unboxed the MacBook Air here. I'm gonna go plug it in because it was almost dead, and finish setting up my apps and stuff like that on it, get everything ready to go, get my desktop set back up, and like I said, get that ready to go. We'll have WWDC here in just over a week. I think we're 10 days out right now, so looking forward to that. We'll be doing all the betas and stuff like that here, like I said, Mac OS, iPad OS, Watch OS, iPhone or iOS, TV OS, which I don't really, don't really show much of that because there's not too much to show. But if we get a huge OS redesign that goes, across everything, maybe there will be something new to show on tvOS this year that will be worthwhile making some videos on. So other than that, I'm Colin with Techout. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and as always, have a great day.